All right, 5 o'clock on a Friday. Let's do this. Producer Barbara Alberts on time. You know who isn't. I'm merely Brad Powers. Before we get to your comments, questions, concerns, and we talk a little college football as far as week 4 already on the season. Before we get into all that, super chats, you name it, more best bets. Maybe even talk about this game that seems to be pretty popular in the chat tonight. Oklahoma State Tulsa, a lot of line movement there. Before we get into all that, of course, Hit the Books is brought to you by FanDuel. And right now, FanDuel is dropping a featured college football bet, and you got to pick a side for the Bussin' Bowl between Michigan and Nebraska. So Bussin' with the Boys is another podcast. I'd sure love to have that money that FanDuel gave Bussin' with the Boys. So what you got is Taylor's on one side, the former Michigan offensive tackle, Will Compton's on the other, the former Nebraska linebacker. They both think they're going to be right. The market thinks it's 50-50. A lot of money coming in on Nebraska here in this game. Here's the best part, though, as far as FanDuel. They're giving you a 50% profit boost to use when you make your pick. So are you going to be back in Taylor Lewan in Michigan, or are you going to be back in Will Compton in Nebraska? So whether you're riding with Taylor or Will, or just want to cash in on some Saturday action, you're getting a boosted payout either way. Open the FanDuel app, find the back Taylor or back Will bet. Use that profit boost and let the boys know which side you're on. Disclaimer, you must be 21 plus and present in select states where Kansas and affiliates with the Kansas Star Casino are 18 plus and present in D.C., Kentucky, Wyoming. Often required bonus issues and non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG or call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 1-800-327-5050 for 24/7 support. Massachusetts or call 1-877-8-HOPE New York or text HOPE New York in New York. This would be the time I kick it over to Knish. How you doing? But he's not there. Oh, there he is.
You even when I think I would have missed it? No, baby. I was just letting you get the ad read out of the way. And so no free ads here. No free time for Joey K. What's happening?
You tell me, man.
Oh, you know what? Little Friday night.
What you think of us reading a Bussin' with the Boys ad?
I mean, hey, what can
I guess
you say?
it's paying the bills, but I'll take. Speaking of pay, I'd take that contract they gave that podcast.
I was gonna say maybe when they get a little royalties there from the Bustle with the Boys action.
What's your thoughts on that game? Nebraska taking money left and right, and you were
Nebraska
correct
taking
on
money.
over.
We stand resolute, not concerned over here on the thankfully the over took another bump as well, but on the Michigan side, hey, we're rolling with it, baby. Think we're going into Big Red. And I see some of the Go Big Reds in the chat. Not this weekend, baby.
You're definitely right on the total. I think I was a sneaky over. A lot of people I respect on that one. So kudos there. Head-to-head, looks like right now Mississippi State. Looks like you're looking good there. They're taking money as we speak against Northern Illinois.
You know what? I knew a number of people that kind of agreed with you that, like, you know what? Game they leaned that way, but also like it was like they couldn't get to the number.
Well, if it picks up another half point, the old tout service is giving out Northern Illinois. I'm going to tell you that. I was looking
for flat 21, never really saw it. Now that's out the window. So that's probably just in terms of an actual financial position out of for me.
I got a list of games I'm going to ask you about if we don't get to them as far as the chat today. So I opened up my FanDuel app and see a lot of the stuff they have shaded a half point. Another game I want to ask you about. So last night, Miami took some money, the Hurricanes. Buyback on Florida today. You can even find a 7. I don't know on this one. I honestly think we'll see more Florida money tomorrow. What do you think?
You know what? This is one of the, we talked a little bit of macro last week around two-way action. I mean, this has been on the tip of 7, or basically out to 10, on the tip of 7, back to 10, even some 10.5, now back to 7.5. Massive disagreement here, just in the market and in the positions in this one. For me, I can't see. I know there's a juice 7 out there, and you know what? You can get a lot of money on that juice 7 if you want it right now.
Right, almost 6 figures.
Yeah. So I got to tell you, I'm still. It's a hurricane for me here, hurricane nip. But in terms of where the market's going to go, I agree.
I think we'll talk about that one tomorrow. Halftime show. Speaking of that, official announcement. We're going to do, it's an easy one. Barb got it immediately. We're going to do Utah, Texas Tech halftime. Get an idea of who's going to be the leader in the clubhouse as far as the Big 12. So I'm excited for that game. Should be a good one. So if you're tuning in tomorrow, make sure you're checking out the Utah, Texas Tech halftime. Me and Knish break it down, give you thoughts on the second half, and maybe a best bet or two. We'll talk that Miami, Florida, see if there's any more line movement. Because I'll be with you. We get 7 widely available, or even better. I'm on the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to the chat. Stars of the show. We'll start it off with Jacob C. Is there going to be a point where SFU isn't an auto fade off the open this season? Is that St. Francis? Is that an FCS question to start? SFU?
That's all I
If Jacob sees in the chat, you let me know if that's an FCS question to start. I should have started off with this one. I'm not. If you know, you know on that stuff. Come on. Cadillac John, $5 super chat. Love it. On Ball State. This is one of the games I was going to ask you about. Ball State plus 21.5. Please give me whatever you got on the head coach and the childhood best friend, Jeff Knowles. I am on Ball State at 21.5. Not like a big bet, but a bet. Where are you at on this one?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I can't get to UConn laying
off of back-to-back, heartbreaking overtime losses, and then a program that just, is trying to find and learn how to win. Laying 3 touchdowns against a team doesn't run much tempo. I don't know.
I agree with you. I think some of the factors that, as you said, they're going to play slow.
Are we best betting it at 21.5 or no?
I think that's going to be let's do it, because that's the best number you're going to get in the market.
So Barb, 3:30 kickoff, Ball State, Connecticut, FanDuel, Ball State plus 21.5. Look at this girl. She's the best. Boom. Best bet. Love it. That's one that I had circled. We might have a lot of best bets, folks. Just letting you know. There's a lot of, look at that, 20.5. Boom.
There you go.
And speaking of the Miami, Florida game, money coming in more on Florida as we speak right now. Unbelievable. Screen lighting up on the Gators. Back to the chat. Love the chat. We got another $4.99 super chat from Austin. Happy Friday, guys. Right back at you, Austin. Any thoughts on Elijah Surratt, the Indiana wide receiver, over receiving yards? The line I run a ton of man coverage, and he excelled versus man looks last year. I'll always, whenever I get a player prop, segue into Joey player props. I haven't dived into that one. Have you done anything in that game?
I just filled a big list. That's what I've been doing for the last 2 hours. There was grinding some player prop stuff. That one was not on it. So for me, I would trust your handicap there in terms of that and go for it. I can't argue it, but that's one haven't filled. Don't have a super strong opinion on it either way myself. It's hey, the cap, you good? Sounds good. Fire on it.
Yeah, and I apologize. I'm not strong on the player prop handicaps. Not available in Ohio, but never really bet them in Nevada. Well, they weren't widely available in Nevada either. So just never my forte. As far as that game, though, NBC Saturday night, money continued to come in on Indiana. I even see a 7 at a couple spots. I think Illinois is overrated, but I can't get to that number. I would lean Illinois. But let's wait. If we got widely available 7, that might be a possibility tomorrow. Because who's Indiana played? I guess Old Dominion, but other than that, come on.
I can't. I know this is one of those that we talked about it. Bunch of two-way action in the market this year. There's a couple of games this week, couple of bigger games where Michigan State, USC being another one where it's just been all one way. There isn't that correction coming. But I'm with you. If you see that problem, I'm going to need a 7.5 there. I don't even know if that's 7.
Oh, wow. You got some faith in Sig.
I got some faith in Sig, and just some of the market indicators, some of the people I know that were on Indiana, some of the people that were still buying even at 5.5 and 6. So I'm going to give myself that one. Going to need a little margin on the other side of 7 there to want to get involved.
All right. Cyber in the chat, $1.99. Maryland, Wisconsin thoughts. I wanted to bet Wisconsin. Never had the right price. Wanted 7 or less. Never really was there. Really wanted 6.5. I understood the buyback on Maryland at 10.5. I thought that was rich. I don't know how you could trust this Wisconsin team with that. Have you done anything total wise or sidewise here?
No, listen. I think Maryland's a complete fraud. I'll be honest with you. I think the 3-0 start is fraudulent. I think the game against FAU had a bunch of things go their way. NIU, the win looks terrible. And a Towson FCS team. So I'm not particularly high in Maryland at all. With that said, I can't. It's one of those numbers matters, people. We always say, hey, drink, get your drink there, or hashtag. We always say it on the show. I couldn't get to the number, and now that it's all the way out to tens, I can get. If you could even talk me into, around the 7 number on either way, but out here, I just can't get there. It's a game that I'm going to look live trading. Maybe Maryland gets out to an early score. If I can get this at some point live under a touchdown, if I'm locked in, that's what I'd look for. But I can't get to the number. I'd love to play it. Maybe you do, you add Wisconsin as a money line piece and something you're doing or something like that. Maybe I'll throw them in, a 2-way money line play, something like that. But in terms of like an actual side play, I just think this is too rich to want to get involved.
If they're taking shots on every time we say the word number, they better have EMTs on standby. Because we do say that a lot. And I say data point. I say a lot of stuff a lot.
Also, you know what?
Uh-oh.
The Billy Edwards Jr. thing.
What's with that?
I just like.
How much do you think he's worth? Point and a half?
That's what I was gonna. Not significant. Also, I don't love like that first game, and I know it hasn't been a ton of time.
I like
off. That first game when a QB's been off for a little bit and they're not totally in rhythm, in sync. I think sometimes the market overcorrects a little bit for that. I think even and as you say, I don't think the correction was that significant to begin with. So it all leads to a long-winded answer of can't get to Wisconsin here, but I'm also not really looking to play Maryland.
I like your angle as far as fading the quarterback returning from injury. I did take advantage of that on another show. Unfortunately, I've cross promote, but took Fresno. I'm fading Micah Alejado coming off. Not at the number of FanDuel right now at 3.5. Going head to head with the horseshoe on that one.
Oh, baby, that no better place to be.
Yeah, on a bailout game against the horseshoe. Paul in chat, $9.99 super chat, just for fun, an 8-leg. Oh yeah, a lot of fun here. Underrated dog money line round robin on East Carolina, Rutgers, Kennesaw, Miami, Ohio, Tulane, Eastern Michigan, Western Michigan, North Carolina. Am I drawing dead?
I'll tell you, I got a couple of those.
There's a few of them that I like in there, though.
Yeah, few that I like.
Yeah, let's go to it. What is this week's bar to be really good?
I will say, Paulie, you probably bit the 8-leg. You bit off maybe a little more than you can chew there.
Yeah.
In terms of looking for looking for doggies there, but yeah, we'll just go into it because nice segue, Paulie. Appreciate the super. We'll go into it for the money line round robin there. Look, she already got
North Carolina's there.
You know what? As we said, a couple of those in the mix. First one, SMU, and this one's just a price play. I played. There's another one. Played SMU on the side, like the price. Think they're very, very live in this game. I can't get there in terms of TCU being a touchdown better than SMU regardless, and a game that high total, back and forth offense, a lot of variance. Give me SMU. Second one. I can't believe I'm throwing this team in a money line round robin. If you would have asked me 2 weeks ago, I would have said no. But a combination of you've seen them be a little bit more functional, and I don't really believe in UCF at all. Even though I'm a Scott Frost diehard, I got to be honest with you. The early season returns here are not great. So if you're telling me that Scott Frost should be laying a touchdown there, and I know bounce house, all that, North Carolina hasn't been great. I think this game can go a lot of different directions. Eastern Michigan, Paulie had it in there. I think both these teams are absolutely terrible. Both these teams suck. Louisiana doesn't have a quarterback that can complete a forward pass. I'm not going to sell you on Eastern Michigan being great. I think it's 2 trash teams, and we'll take the plus money here in a G5 dumpster game. And I just think Arizona State is a better football team than Baylor. Took them on the spread. Again, took them on the money line here. And it's one that I from what we've seen early season, I think you're getting the better team at plus money. I will say, there were a couple others. This is the first week that there's been a few that I've kind of had on the fence there for the round robin. Rutgers being one of them tonight.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, a couple others that that were around there as we go through. I will say I'm not the Western Michigan one. I can't really get there with you. Yeah, that one it was
It's a
a little.
touchdown underdog.
Yeah, I know. I think that's getting a little crazy, but Kennesaw, another one that was in the mix for a trashy G5 game with Arkansas State off a two games.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah,
Price ain't right. Price better early in the week. That's tanked. They're betting that one like they know the final.
Yeah, I agreed.
What's with some of these moves right now? I mean, they're just betting stuff like they know the final. I mean, I'll give you one tonight because I see the chat's asking about a bunch of them. Tonight's game, Tulsa, Oklahoma State. 10 now. Was 9.5.
You're
in it like what? 14.5? 15.5?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I was in at Tulsa at this price. No,
I'm on Oklahoma State at this price for the chat. I was on at a worse price. I'm gonna tell you right now, they ought to fight. If Gundy doesn't cover this spread tonight, get him out of there.
Did you see the I saw the North Alabama transfer quarterback he got enrolled. He's practicing. I don't think he's gonna be available tonight, but he might be legitimately I think you could see him at some point this year, maybe soon, right?
Yeah, that tells you how bad that kid is.
That's what I'm saying. If you don't,
how is it a competition then? I mean, what is going on? You said how that was neck and neck between the kid that got hurt and the Flores kid and the Hengy kid who just, I mean, I don't know if you saw the Oregon game. Even at the end of the game, he threw back-to-back pick sixes. I mean, it was just like elementary school stuff. I mean, it was bad. So, but running the line, play defense for a change. I don't know if they're capable of it, but my goodness, Navy was laying 14 at Tulsa last week. Oklahoma State at home laying 10.
Yeah, but that's what Kirk Good mentioned in the chat that some of that additional move was Tulsa's starting QB out.
Yeah, he ain't that great. The backup's fine. The backup played at East Tennessee State last year, so I don't think that probably should have moved too much. Half points about right there, I guess, for the move. But Francis, do we lose Knish? That's funny. Yeah, I don't think that should have been that much of a move. But with that being said, I think Oklahoma State's pretty cheap tonight. But there's a lot of people I respect that are on Tulsa. All right, back to the chat. There he is. Did he come back?
I was trying to look up for the backup's name, accidentally hit the X on the browser. So there you go. That's what right. That's what live stream gets you.
Yeah. Back to the chat. Super chats. Nicholas. West Virginia plus 13.5 against Kansas. Troy plus 5.5 against Buffalo. I think you get a better price than the Buffalo one.
Yeah.
Or did Troy get money?
No, I think I still see some
6.5 at our friends at FanDuel. Best price in the market.
Yep. Yeah.
I can't bet Troy with that backup situation. I'm not wild about betting Buffalo, though. They easily and probably could have lost that game against Kent. Legitimately. They were down with 2 minutes left in the game and gave up like a 90-yard, 15-play drive for Kent State to go ahead in that game in the fourth quarter. I don't like that.
Yeah,
but I mean, under for me in that one.
Yeah, I agree. That was the play in this game. As you said, I remember on the market opener, people were trying to price what this game should be, and you saw probably the widest span of openers we've seen on a game in a long time between different books. But at the same time, Buffalo's just been super, super underwhelming. But it's one of those games, if they get out to a 7-10, you saw it against Memphis in the Memphis-Troy game. Now, Memphis is a much better team than Buffalo, but Memphis did not play particularly well in that game. And the Troy defense stuck in there until eventually you just can't get stops anymore. When your offense is going 3 and out every fucking drive because you can't do anything, the defense just eventually gasses out and broke, and that's what happened. And so it's tough, if you get outside the window with that kind of offense, how do you get back in? So it's been a game that I haven't really wanted to look at either way all week.
The other part of his question was West Virginia. Yeah, I bet West Virginia. I know it's a horrible spot. They're off a rivalry win in overtime. Game they probably shouldn't have won. They won because of how stupid Pitt is. Kansas off a bye. But, man, that's all factored in and then some, I think, at this price. I mean, this is similar to the – what wasn't Kansas State? Kansas was laying like 13.5, 14 against Fresno in week 0.
Yeah.
I like West Virginia's – I think West Virginia's defense is better than expected.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I bet some Kansas early. The number's kind of gone out now. Friends at FanDuel.
Want to go head to head?
What number?
13.
12.5 to FanDuel?
13. We're not doing 12 and a half.
That's what the front show's
There's 13 and a half out there. There's 13. There's 12 and a half.
Man.
No.
All right, 13.
All right, head to head.
Head to head, 13.
People say I don't like West Virginia.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're.
I heard it's almost heaven.
The West Virginia super fan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what's his name on? I don't even know.
We're not dignifying him by putting his name out there. All right, back to the chat. Love you guys. Just not that particular person. We'll go all the way to the top because he was in an hour and a half before we started. Birdie Man, is Liberty awful? Boy, they played awful so far. But I will say this, some misleading box scores the last 2 games. They've actually outgained their last 2 opponents. Turnovers have done them in. That's an interesting one because the early week market, all I heard is JMU, JMU, JMU. Money went the other way. Went with Liberty. I don't have a bet at current. This was another, you could have gotten as low as 6.5. It jumped all the way to 12.5. I took the dog at 12.5. So that's where I'm at. But at 8.5, I think that's pretty fair.
No, I agree. This is one that I think has been shaped pretty good. JMU, again, we said it on the Monday show, to be laying double digits on the road against don't get me wrong, they've looked poor so far, but
with that offense,
you got, I don't know how the offense gets fixed in any capacity here. So I think they'll probably just go with Barnett for go, but I don't know. It's one of those things that's kind of in a lot of flux. And so I agree with you. If you got Liberty at double digits, I don't blame you in the move. I can't get there now. And this is one that I think, if you waited till now, it's probably in the right zone and you just got to let it roll.
Very happy to report. Blue Chicken says, very happy to report forward progress. Did 2 hit the books ads?
I think I saw one of them. I got tagged in one of them there that Georgia was reading it. So about time, BC, that you know what, they paid a little homage to the real flagship show on this network.
Yeah. And I watched that segment. They didn't get after me too much, so that was nice. I was wondering because they're always talking tout services, and I am a tout, so I'm anxious to always see what they say. Zach also says, I wanted to pass the word along that Mr. Bud Elliott, confirmed you guys are friends of the show. Shout out BP's tweeting of the Boston College red zone disasters on another show.
Love it.
So,
that.
Yeah,
love it.
Now we're talking. I do like that show.
Me too.
Yeah, cover 3. Bud Elliott, some other guys there, Danny Cannell, Chip, Tom. Good show.
Yeah, good show. I will say.
I do, and you know what? They do like a bet show. I actually see what they're on because they got a lot of volume. I really like to see I think Bud's pretty sharp, so I do honestly look at his stuff compared to maybe Danny Cannell. So no disrespect. I mean, but love Bud. So there you go.
Only they do more of a overarching college, not just you know what I'm saying? Like you're not going to be on this show talking about, who we're ranking 23rd, I don't think either of us has looked at a ranking sheet. But Bud, I've had a conversation where he said like those do numbers. That's why we do it. So
yeah. Gambling doesn't, unless you're winning, unless we hit a couple of these parlays, then you'll see some numbers, some real numbers. But our numbers have been good.
Numbers
are better than last year. But speaking of numbers, Bailey314 says 659 people are watching, only 8 likes. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. I know you guys are subscribed. Make sure you hit the like button. That helps us out. Come on. If you're watching on YouTube. Ryan McCarthy Ask about Auburn +7. That just got wiped out this afternoon, didn't it? At a lot of books.
Yeah,
That
you
was
know
a
what?
sneaky one because that was going to be on the tout service card, I think. Yeah, there's
There
only
was,
one available. We will not, or no, a couple available, but we won't mention those books. Where you at on this game? You probably like under?
you know what? I do. Again, this is one that early number, or if you could have got to Oklahoma early, even when they kind of dipped down for just a bit, I would probably lean that side. I can't lay. I do know one of the guys I work with laid Oklahoma at 6 for a pretty big chunk. So
Oh,
I haven't taken part either way. Probably one of those I'll have on the main and then look to get into live. The Auburn 7 is tempting, but I'm probably pretty strong on Oklahoma just in terms of where I have them in the market, where my opinion of their team. I think Oklahoma's pretty fucking good, especially coming in with an Auburn team that you never totally know what you're getting in the Hugh Freeze era. Again, it's been better this year, but a big letdown, or any of that. Like they're not above kind of a totally bomb performance. So it's probably a pass for me.
fair enough. Tyler's asking about an interesting game. I bring it up because it was a game I'm going to ask you about. Tyler Simonson, UTEP 5.5. Well, 5.5 is a good number if you're betting UTEP. Our friends at FanDuel have 7.5. I was going to ask you any interest on ULM +7.5.
That'd be the only.
Not a best bet for you though. Probably haven't seen enough. They played St. Francis, got annihilated by Alabama. I don't know. Again, it's another UTEP program. I mean, laying a number. Learn how to win before you learn how to cover, folks. I like ULM +7.5. I would make
Yeah,
that
you know
bet,
what?
but you don't seem too rah about that.
And then you know what? It got knocked off before we could even.
Really?
Yeah,
There you go. See,
yeah.
that's our problem.
People are watching.
Yeah, that's gonna be a winner. That folks, that's a winner. Take that one to the bank. ULM, they're winning out right now.
I know. You know
You
what?
know that happens, and that's not official. So I mean, I gotta watch when I speak. People start looking, and I know there's traders out there watching this show. You know who you are, Mr. FanDuel trader.
that was another one that it was in the money line round robin. Just in terms of I don't really.
Yeah, it's just two bad teams. How can you lay points with UTEP? Let's see. We'll end up seeing what happens there. I like ULM. Power ratings play for me. Arthur's asking about an interesting game. Memphis +7. I'm in early on Arkansas. I'm not wild about what I've seen from Memphis.
No,
Took
me
advantage
neither.
of the backup quarterback last week. We talked about that. I bet him big the week before. We had a best bet on him.
Yeah.
Remember Georgia State? I wasn't
Yep.
wild about that one either. They got like a pick 6 in the final seconds to make it, get to win by margin. If Arkansas, as long as we don't, you're not getting Arkansas's A game because it is a sandwich spot. But if we get Arkansas's B game, I think Arkansas is a side.
I agree. And you know what? The offense, for as much as, Sam Pittman is kind of Arkansas has taken, the offense has been really electric to start the year. It's not a great defense, but this is not a Memphis offense of years past, in my opinion, that can really, go toe to toe and take advantage of that. With that said, at current, I'm not there. If you get under 7, if there's some Memphis buyback and you see an Arkansas under 7, I'd be interested there. As you said, you got in early in the week. At current, not for me.
Well said. I got one for you, Arkansas next week. They beat Notre Dame outright. Woo pig suey. Woo pig suey.
No way.
Yeah.
No, come on.
Yeah.
You're getting a little too down on the ND.
We got to see what they. Speaking of that game, that's another game I want to get to. So my tout service took the over. Looking good for 3 days. Got shoved right back in my fat face in the last 24 hours. What's your thoughts on this Purdue Notre Dame total? I like over.
What number did you?
I sent it out at 52.5. It's
Okay.
51.5 now.
Yeah. I was gonna say
I don't know. And what I don't understand is Notre Dame took a little bit of money too. You got a big favorite, and then the unders getting money. I mean, that's telling you got faith in Notre Dame's defense, which I do not right now. They're not healthy. Schuler, the safety's out for the first half. Two of the corners are both banged up. I think they'll both play, but I think they're both banged up. I don't know. I do like Notre Dame's offense though too. Over for me.
I lean that way. I just, you know what? There's some 51. The only holdup would be
You want the best price.
Yeah. There's 51s out there on a key.
51s at books that take a lot of action too.
Yeah. So I would.
I got a square side there, but I think Notre Dame can put 40 on the board. And I'm telling you, Purdue moved the football on SC, and I know SC's defense is not that great, but they easily. I wonder what this total would have been had Purdue not thrown 3 red zone interceptions. Just saying, they kicked 3 field goals and put 26 on the board instead of 17. We're not dealing with that total. All right, so there's my soapbox there. Back to the chat. Georgia State from Andy, plus 28 against Vandy. Vandy took a lot of money. I don't have anything in this game. 27.5 at our friends at FanDuel. You'd think flat spot for Vandy, but Georgia State beat them last year.
You would think, if you think I'm, betting Vandy now as a 28-point favorite after the last year and a half, you're nuts. I'm not jumping on now. To be in this position, and I know they beat him in that, but it could only be a Georgia State play for me. I've excused myself from Vandy games for the time being, but it would be the 28 or nothing. But it's a big price to lay for a program that
I agree. Don't look now, but Vanderbilt's going to be undefeated when they head to Tuscaloosa here in a couple weeks. I think they got Utah State on deck, so they'll be 5-0. Love it.
You know what? Benjamin
Rash.
Yeah, and we might have a best here in. All
right, so Benjamin Rash, $9.99 super chat. Ugly Football King Stanford plus 17.5 in faraway places. What say us?
I actually think
I'm not wild about the side. I was talking about I tweeted that got some play there. I mean, that game literally swung like 4 touchdowns in 2 minutes. I would say over. Where are you at?
I think they get smashed this week. I kind of like it. Yeah, it's been FanDuel got the best.
FanDuel right now, Barb, minus 15.5. Minus 15.5. Go, 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 go. Virginia, minus 15.5. Get it in. That's what we're talking about.
I like that. I talked to friend of the show on that game. I don't know. Again, Stanford, great for them to get a win, as you highlighted on Twitter. Maybe one of the flukiest wins of the season. Virginia's offense has been
dynamic,
very dynamic this year, which I'll admit I did not see totally coming in the preseason. And one of those, like, you come off a big win, you go cross country, you're going against a team that I think is better than what I thought they would be. And this one getting under. So now, Benny, if you got 17.5, obviously, across the key there, different than what we're playing now. But I think Stanford's in a little bit of trouble this week. I'll put it
across
like
the country after a big upset,
And I just don't think they're.
The only thing I worry about is Virginia has Florida State at home on deck on Friday night. Are you looking for margin in the second half? But you got me thinking about another play on that game. So, yeah, I'll just full disclosure. I had a buddy that bets big, and by bets big, we don't talk 5. We're talking 6, not 5 figures. So he was asking about this game, Virginia side. After I finally got to watching the Stanford BC game, I fired back at him and said, "Now I know why you're asking about that game."
The Knish market gut says that one closes higher, before.
Yeah, it does. I'm just letting you. Yeah. I wouldn't have made the comment I just made. That's gonna that might get hammered pretty good here. That's getting set up and wait until the limits get a little bit more, because that's the type of player he is. Nicholas Lynn in the chat, 38.5, too much for Tennessee. UAB is awful. I bet the over early in the week and just forgot about it. Are you betting it? I'm not interested in the dog. I think Tennessee puts up a huge number offensively, even in a flat spot. But you like UAB? You want to go head to head?
No, I mean, I like you. I think there's good spot like in the Navy game. I like UAB. I think there'll be some good conference spots where the number gets out of whack, and you can back them because the offense can get to it. I agree with you. Early week over was definitely the play there. I know some people in the chat. Miss Muscles was on UAB. Number really didn't react to that too much though. Which is always a red flag in my opinion. So I'm not getting on I'm not getting on the UAB train this week. I think there'll be some spots. This is not one of them.
All right. Back to the chat. Let's see. Let's talk tonight. James is asking about Rutgers money line. Yeah, I lean that way. I was waiting. I'm greedy. I was waiting for a 3 to pop. Have you seen a 3? I haven't been,
I got some 3 very early in the week. I think it was Monday morning. That's the number I needed. That's the number I got. I don't blame you for taking money line, but this is a game. Again, and Iowa's a team. Points always at a premium. So I would lean that way, but we'll put it like this. If there was 3s out there, it'd be best bet material.
All right. I think Rutgers wins tonight. Fun game. Here, take another shot. Be a good data point. 46.5. Interested to see money on the over. Guess they're buying that Iowa offense after the
new revamp after the UMass win. Gronk was, getting it thrown around a little bit.
I got another game for you. You're gonna cue this up, Barb. 4 o'clock kickoff. 4 o'clock kickoff for this game. 4 o'clock kickoff. If you're getting there, Duke NC State right now at our friends at FanDuel. Duke is -2.5 extra juice. What's your thoughts there?
You like this one more than I do.
All right, fair enough.
You like this one, and I'm not off. I'm not like going. I do think NC State is a little bit better than I thought they were, especially defensively.
Defensively.
ECU
went up and down the field on them more than the 17 points. Virginia went up and down the field. Come on.
I liked what I said as 3-0 Wolfpack, and I know it can be a little.
You want to go head to head at 3?
No, I'm not there. I'm not totally there yet.
When we see how much conviction he has.
I'm not totally in on that. I'm not going to talk you off the people off the Duke.
There's been back and forth on that one, but you'd expect that on a key number. And Duke, hasn't covered a game, and I need him to play sometime. I need him to play clean. You asked me about it on Monday, so you can get more thoughts. Make sure you check out the Monday show on that one. I could tell then that you didn't like it as much as me. G Hurt's asking about Kennesaw State plus 6.5. Well, yeah, that's a great number. I think that's a live one. You mentioned it. Almost made it. It probably would have made it if it's still been 6.5, but hell, that's 4.5 in the market right now.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good number. Think they're very live. Don't think that one pops back. If anything, I might even see that trickle down a little bit more. So kind of a one that I got a little greedy on, looking for a 7, never came, and now gotten out the window.
Nicholas Lynn in the chat's asking about the Apple Cup. Washington -20.5. I haven't really touched this guy. Went a little over early in the week, but haven't really touched it. Washington State's bad, man. I mean, really bad. Washington's off a bye, but they have the Buckeyes on deck. It is a rivalry game. Washington State upset Washington last year. I do think Washington's a little bit motivated, especially early.
I could only lay it here. Have I? No. Was kind of there's been real no market movement in this game. Kind of came out. There was some 19s for a minute. I should have jumped on those regretfully when it got under 20. If it gets back there, 19.5 or something, I'd probably be in. But other than that, I think it's just sitting there and probably closes right around. So if I see something tomorrow, then I might jump into Washington. But yeah, I agree. Washington State's in a rough spot. And honestly, I think Washington
They're sneaking around. That's going to be a good one. That's a sneaky game next week, folks.
Yeah.
Ohio State travels to Seattle. And I don't think people know this. Washington's won like 22 straight home games, 22 in a row.
Have you seen the look ahead there?
Yeah. Man, are you going to get me down? What is that? Hold on. I wrote this down.
Yeah. All right.
You going to help me out?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Yeah, I that is a go.
All right.
I wasn't going to say nothing publicly. There's quite a few next week. Next week is the week of college football, at least for the first 2 months of the season. I mean, there are matchups galore. So in the look ahead market, I like it because we only got to worry about the Washington game. They're going to kill Washington State. Ohio State's on a bye, so that's always a look ahead where I'm like really interested and very interested in the price. And if you catch our drift, you know what side we like on that game. And it's not the state I live in, I can tell you that. Very good price at our friends at FanDuel. Thank you for getting me on that one. We took Washington plus 13.5. I think that's good above 10. I think where do you think that number closes? I think it closes 10-ish.
I totally agree with you. Was one that was actually surprised to see out there.
Thank you very much, buddy. You're a good guy. And see, here's the thing with Knish. He may come off on social media sometimes as an asshole. But as far as his betting etiquette, and I'm saying this not in tongue in cheek. I'm saying this from, I'm being real right now. His betting etiquette is really good. It's a pleasure working with this guy. So
I'm glad we got that in because that was
thank
good.
You for that.
Yep.
That was circled. I have a sheet with all the FanDuel lines. See my sheet. That was circled. And you brought it up. I forgot about it. Yep, saw that last night. Good job. Back to the chat. CrayFan52 is asking about Temple plus 24.5. That's the only way I could go there.
Same. I know our friend the Tent played some Temple. I can only play the 24. Do I love it? Not really. But
they were catching Oklahoma in a good spot last week.
Yeah,
and got killed. Not that I think Georgia Tech's Oklahoma, but Georgia Tech's pretty good. Backups are good. See, that's one thing with Georgia Tech. Their backups are good. I mean, Haynes King didn't play against the FCS opponent. I'm thinking, Georgia Tech's a sneaky play. It's in between Colorado. They got Clemson on deck. The backups they just murdered that team.
Yeah.
So,
it's the only way I could play it at 24.5.
Yeah. A best bet at 24.5 or no?
Oh, God.
Nah,
I know. It's tough because
it's close.
It
does worry me when the tout services, including yours truly, release something and it gets shoved back in our faces. That always worries me. So, like my Purdue total, although I'm still riding. North Texas, as we speak, is taking money.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that game? We haven't talked about that one.
It's the only way I played some early when the number was way different.
That's a good game.
Yeah.
I mean, North Texas goes in there and beats up on them, then they're the real deal.
Yep.
I don't think Army's that bad because I'm telling you, the Tarleton game they probably should have won. Not that they should have covered, but they should have won. They blew 3 straight turnovers and missed 2 field goals. Tarleton's legit. Then they beat Kansas State. So this is take another shot. Good data point for both.
I know because it's like I really like both teams in a way.
Yeah, I do too.
Like the both body of work. It's a tough one. And you know what? The Army, some of the Army QB offense has not their QB play even on the ground hasn't been a lot. I mean, Cale Holmes 41 carries in that Kansas State game. Man, oh man! But
he looked good though.
Yeah, it was better than I thought.
That took almost like several acts of God. They had the ball for 27 out of the 30 minutes. It was just crazy. Anything that could go wrong for Kansas State not to have the football went wrong. There was after Army scored, they weren't even trying for an onside or anything. They just, Squibb kicked it super hard, hit one of the up guys, and they recovered it for it. Then they had the ball again. It was just rough. Down 10.5 Buckeyes. Yeah, I think I closed it around 10. That was a really good. Thank you very much.
Yep.
I owe you a nice dinner on that one. Whether it wins or loses, thank you very much for giving me on that one. Back to the chat. Sorry, I get distracted. You get me all excited about that. Next week, folks. Next week, if you're a college football fan, next week is as good as it gets. I'm just saying. That 3:30 window is great. Ohio State, Washington, LSU at Ole Miss. Obviously, got the two big ones at night: Georgia, Alabama, Penn State, Oregon, and a bunch of others. Step on a duck. We haven't mentioned him today. San Diego State. He's active in the chat. San Diego
He
State.
loves the flash fast.
Yeah, plus 14.5. I don't mind that, Mr. Mallard. I don't mind that price.
I don't mind it either. I will, man. I gotta I really think that
the Washington State game bothers me now.
It does,
when North Texas kills them, and I did tweet about that game a couple weeks ago. I mean, it all went south for San Diego State because of stupid decision. They're throwing it out of their own end zone with that idiot quarterback, and it totally snowballed on them. But the fact that they got beat by 3 touchdowns to Washington State, I don't like the spot for Cal, and I like the number at 14.5, but it's not like best bet material for me.
I didn't like that Dennis goal at Michigan. I didn't like him coming over from San Diego State. I got a little bit thrown off by the game against Stony Brook, and then he was not, even in the Stony Brook game, his numbers aren't electric. Against Washington State, he was not good. I kind of got to see with him, Duck. I got to see Donegal play up to par here because I'm just not a believer in him as a player. So but again, numbers dependent, could only be on Aztecs at 14 and a half.
Austin Hansen in the chat, super chat, $1.99. Thoughts on Mizzou, South Carolina? Yeah, sad it took me 15 minutes to get in this one. Looks like Sellers going to play. I think once it officially gets announced, I think we'll probably see more movement on South Carolina. I would be interested in Missouri once it finally gets official.
You know what? Yeah, that was great minds here, because I was going to say I can't play Missouri at the price, but if you see it come down on the Sellers announcement where
it gets close to that 7,
another part, when I'm thinking QB angles is I don't love playing when you're playing the same week as a concussion. Sometimes usually it's a 1 week, almost automatic. When a guy has a concussion and you're playing him the same week, I think sometimes, the processing speed and all that, and just, his general willingness to take punishment or run and take hits can be a little thrown off. So, it would, I don't want to play South Carolina here, but I would need the number to come down.
I'm not buying the South Carolina team. They stink.
I know you've been way ahead of the curve on that.
Yeah. They're not going to make a bowl, and people are that act like that was a hot take. Go bet it then, and they're an underdog to make a bowl. I think our friends at FanDuel has that 6-win thing, and they were plus money. Come on, go look at the schedule. They stink. I hate their coach too. Did I tell you about that Netflix? I know I did.
Yeah.
I'm going to clip that up and post it because I guess not enough people watched it.
It's
the goofiest thing ever. Standing on I don't know. It's just what a bum. Got a couple more. Then we'll call it a show. Oh, Capwise. Thoughts on he's got a couple. $1.99. Appreciate you, Capwise. Colorado State plus 4.5. Also, how about a player prop for the people?
I got a Joey props. Go ahead on Colorado State, then I'll do a Joey prop.
Unfortunately, I don't have anything on that game. I take another shot. Good data point. UTSA finally got off the mat last week against an FCS opponent. Took some money from a respected group on that game. I agreed with it, and it came through. They played a tough early start. Disappointing loss against, obviously, Texas State. Colorado State, I watched the film against Washington. I'm like, uh-oh. Knish and me are dead on this under. We gave out their win total.
Yeah.
And then the next week, they almost loses a 35-point favorite outright. Easily could have lost the game. So I don't know with them. They only got 2 games. I think the number is fair. At 4.5, I did not bet it. So sorry for that. But for $1.99, you're going to get Joey player prop.
Yeah, but you know what? Oh, that's right. You don't have the player props. We'll go. So I'll just set it up for the people. We'll go Michigan, Nebraska. We're gonna go receiving yardage in this one. And I saw another question about Underwood rushing yard. Let me touch that before we go. So get to Michigan, Nebraska receiving yardage. On the Underwood question for rushing yards, I gotta see. I know they came out and blew the doors off last week with him. I can't play 29.5 though. So to me, especially sack adjusted, I still don't totally trust the offensive line and pass pro. So 29.5 is a pass for me. The play, we're going to go Channing Goodwin under 33.5 receiving yardage in this one. Channing Goodwin for Michigan under 33.5. I got to be honest with you. I don't know where they got that number.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah. that is, he's rotated in as their third receiver this year, was kind of the third guy. Some of his blocking has just not been very good this year, which is what you need out of your Michigan third receiver. And I think you'll see two tights now because Klein and Hansen are healthy, a lot more two tight ends. And two, you're going to see some, they had the UMass transfer playing some third wide receiver last year. 30, I'll be honest with you, 33.5. If you were asking Joey props what this number should be, I would have said like
15.
Yeah, I would have said like 20, between 15 and 20. So 33.5 for me. I know he's had one big catch this year. I can't get to that.
I love this prop. I love it because it's not often I'm like, I don't know who that is. It's not like I don't watch Michigan football. I honestly did not know who that was.
If you took his game, he did go over against the New Mexico game. He had a big catch. He went over. He's had a couple of longer but that's the only game he went over this number. And I just think the way the season has trended, I don't know if you'll see as many snaps from him going forward. So
Jack Temple in the chat says it's locked. The traders must be listening to the show.
Yeah, that one. I just think that
I told you they are. I'm talking to you guys right now. Come on, leave that up for a little bit. I'm not asking you. Adjust the price. Take a bet. Adjust the price.
Yeah, and prop builder 28.5. I think that's more. I would even lean still under at that number, but I just think he's going to get mixed out.
That means first play of the game, play action.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah,
it'll be good for our over.
There, it's just
it'll be good for a Michigan side and the total over, but I'll be looking at. I can't. We're gonna have some fun with that.
Yeah, when he's in 6 catches and 103 yards at the half, we'll.
Make sure you check us out on Twitter on that one and tag us. That's gonna be a fun one to watch. Speaking of fun, Goldmine Sports $5 super chat. Syracuse total over 54. I agree. I do think that's cheap. That's a good price and market. I still see a 53.5 against the Hall of Famers. So if you're in Vegas, make sure you bet that. Horseshoe would give that out as an official play. At that number too.
Go over. I know some people have I'm worried about the Syracuse, what I've seen so far. And I know people are down on Clemson. I'm not going to say buying low. I just think last week they should have won. I think some of the body of work is actually not as disastrous. I think they've kind of just been, I don't know, poor variance, a little unlucky. It's not the national championship team that some people thought coming into the year, but I don't really think they're that bad. I don't think they're this type of team, and kind of think they just blow Syracuse out of the water this week.
Got about 5 minutes or so left. I didn't do my part. I forgot to read ads. Remember, I was like anti ads. I forgot to read a couple of them. The good news is there you go. The good news is one of the ads is about us. If you can't get enough of us, you're in luck. We do 3 shows a week now, including the Saturday college halftime show. Joey Knish and myself get immediate reaction to the games of the morning, plus anything we might like later in the day. That's Saturday right here on the Hit the Books YouTube channel. Tomorrow's game, Utah, Texas Tech, a big one in the Big 12. Also, we know the Hammer audience is truly like a family. Familiar faces, inside jokes, the one guy who everyone likes to pick on. We know who that is. Well, here's your chance to continue the conversation. Join our new Hammer Discord channel. A chance for us to discuss all the games and news and share our favorite bets and interact with our favorite Hammer creators. That's Discord. fanduel.gg/hammer to join now. Boom. See how I handled that? Go ahead, games. We got to the games that I wanted to look at. So, good job with the chat.
Remind us one for tomorrow. I think I'm going to play Sparty at some point, but I'm not sure if the number's done drifting out.
I agree with that. I'm glad you brought that one out. You're looking probably for a 20, right?
Yeah.
I agree with that. I'm glad that you mentioned that. We'll see. I don't know. I think there's finally was starting to be some buyback. Miami now, 3-4 spots have 7. Unfortunately, not one of our ones at FanDuel. So we'll again check that one out. I'm looking at the card. See, and then I'll check the chat one last time, and then we're out of here, folks. Texas Tech, Utah, the game. Let's cross promote. What's the story there? In fact, we might have a bet there. Hold on.
I
gotta look here. Is that still available? It's probably too pricey. I agree with Mr. Tent on the under. I attacked the first half under, though. Friends at FanDuel, I don't know if we can give this out as official because it's a derivative, and by far it's the best price in market. You got to lay some juice, but under 29.5 is a pretty good bet. I bet that.
All right. You know what? I'm going to join you as we speak here.
Yeah, under 28.5. Widely available. Under 29.5 at our friends at FanDuel. 1990s handicapping. Neither teams played anybody, so you're going to get that first resistance for both teams' offenses. And you also got a 10 o'clock local start time. Sleepy. So there you go. There's the handicap. And it's the best price in market. Love it.
Lock it. I'm in. You sold me.
Right. So now we got extra action on that one. Good stuff. As far as the side, I think Utah's the side. Do you agree or disagree? I think we're the more trustworthy commodity.
I lean that way as well. It could be one. I'm hoping that's when I obviously will be watching for the first. That's when I really hope Texas Tech scores first.
Yeah,
because I would love to get something, Utah, even to win or something, even a little plus on the money, something along that. I would love to get a position. I think, depending on how the game flow goes, I think you can see it. So yeah, that's when I'll be really looking for live to get involved.
Jacob, $1.99 super chat. He's talking. He really wants to talk St. Francis football against Delaware State. I avoided the question because I did bet this game. I do like Delaware State as far as what they've been doing, but St. Francis has been an auto fade. With that being said, I played a number. I bet St. Francis. Number no longer available. Moved 3 points. My guy was supposed to keep it quiet. He didn't keep it quiet enough. But I think at 3.5, you're still okay there on that one. It's only available at FanDuel, though. We love FanDuel. We'll talk more FCS tomorrow show. We gave out an FCS best bet last week. It covered by 25. It went over. I'll have another one for you guys tomorrow.
We'll see if it sticks. I had a couple crossovers tomorrow. So
I had a couple too. No, Mr. Mallard took a couple out. Thanks a lot, Mr. Mallard. But I think I'm going to keep it quiet. I'm not saying no lists are going out to anybody. We'll just hopefully we're there tomorrow. So make sure you tune in tomorrow.
There you go.
For that FCS coverage. Is there anything we're leaving meat on the bone here? The one thing that we have, and I'm going to have Barb, I'm put her on the spot. She'll be able to handle it. Let's bring up our best bets because we got a lot this week. Because we gave out quite a few on Monday, even stuff I think I forgot about. Market didn't because it moved pretty significantly. But best bets. All right, obviously got the parlay: SMU, North Carolina, Eastern Michigan, Arizona State to win 38-1. Like it, a little more than 38-1. Under first half, she got that in. I'll take it. I like that quite a bit. Ball State plus 21.5. Like it. Channing Goodwin, really love this one. Under 33.5. Who? Channing Goodwin, who? He'll have 400. Over 44.5. That's all Knish there. Great job there. Michigan, I'll be rooting for it. Nebraska money is still coming, I think, though, bud. Under 52.5. Love that one. That was Knish. Knish is just one. He's Mr. Best Bet this week. Boise minus 9.5. Look at that CLV. Come on. It's great. Virginia minus 15.5.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not what we wanted to
That's
hear,
not good
laying
for
a big
Stanford.
number.
Is that all we got, Barb? Did you scroll down? Just Virginia. There we go. Thank you so much. That's it. I think that's it. Hey, I haven't said this year yet. I'd like a portfolio.
Two ones, one more super
Yep,
chat.
I see it. We got super chat. I'm sorry.
Jane's been asking about Western Kentucky all show. Did you do anything with Western Kentucky, Nevada? You know me. I don't got to be talked into Western Kentucky.
I would lay the 9.5.
Me too. There's some
Best
nines
bet?
though. There's nines around.
All right. I don't know if I like it enough. Nevada should have won that game last week, man. They're up 13-0 in the fourth quarter. I don't know how they blew that game. I like Western Kentucky though.
Yeah, I mean, now that that was Shane, one that I was gonna wait for under 10. Now that it's got under 10, I'm actually gonna play a little bit of 9 right now while we're speaking. So
Mono Sports, not to be confused with Bono Sports. $1.99. Call me crazy. Gators with the upset. You're crazy.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
You're crazy, Mo. I'm laying the 7 with Miami.
Yeah. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. I think we're gonna give out Miami as the best.
Yeah,
bet.
I agree.
That'll do it. I got nothing else. I'm heading off to the 68 game winning streaks on the line. They're trying to go for 69. Nice. That's all I got. I'll see you tomorrow. For the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joey Knish, Barbara Alberts, our great producer. I'm merely Brad Powers. Thank you for the comments, questions, concerns. You just watched. Hit the books, part of the Hammer Betting Network. See you tomorrow. Halftime, Texas Tech, Utah. See you then.